Welcome to Solo Shot First, and today we are going to be having a look at the Tusken Raider pack from Star Wars, obviously as part of the vintage collection. And I'm pretty sure these are probably meant to be from the Book of Boba Fett, the Tusken Raiders. But the packaging, this now obviously comes, we've had these sort of 4 packs numerous occasions now. Quite nice, plain, simple white packaging. Nice images on the front. Obviously, we're just with the Tusken Raiders there at the bottom. The Hasbro logo in the bottom right and the warning in the bottom left. There isn't really much difference. I say it is the back. You can tell it's the back just quite simply because of the... It doesn't obviously have the Tusken Raiders, the actual name there. But what it does do is it does show you the 4 that you essentially get in this pack itself. There is nothing much to write home about on the sides of the packaging. That is just the legal information. The same on the bottom. And on the top, you get the vintage collection logo. But I like these. I like this style. I mean, certainly for openers, you know, this is obviously no good really as a if you're a carded collector, then these boxes are obviously pretty pointless. But if you're an opener and you like your army building, which you know I do, then you know, these sort of this sort of packaging is ideal. So let's remove them from their packaging and we'll have a quick look. Okay, so before we do that, just a standard sort of show, obviously, what these come like. They do come in the sectioned off, but in that sort of soft sort of wax tissue paper. I'm not quite sure why they're all labelled A, B, C and D, but it is obviously good that they do have that sort of soft tissue paper for recycling. So let's get these 4 figures out and we will take a look at them. Okay, so here we've actually got the 4 put together. And I've got to say, these actually look really nice. I think there's some really good detailing on these. Certainly the sort of the upper torsos are very similar with these 2 figures there that you see. But I mean, there are some slight differences. You can see this one on the head sculpt. It's got a sort of mark across the top. They've all got obviously sort of slightly different colouring, obviously on the head sculpts as well. So that's a really, really nice touch. I believe, and I might be completely wrong, I think that one's the sort of the chieftain or whatever he is. But yeah, very impressive. I mean, one of the things that I was a little bit worried about with these, certainly the vintage collection Tusken Raider that we got. Now, whether it was just an issue that we had in the UK, I'm not 100% sure, but on a lot of them, the hands were, you couldn't move them. I had a couple, and they just snapped. So I'd like to say they've done a good job here. And I'm sure, you know, they've used different bits and pieces. I'm not one of those people to look into that in terms of from a kit bashing point of view. But it's just to give you a look of the actual 4 together. Articulation-wise, what I suppose is, listen, it's not surprising, it's a nice thing, and I'm not sure obviously which part, again, which sort of bottom half of the body that they've used, but all of these come with that butterfly hinge in the legs, which is a really nice touch. And I will say, you know, that going back, that sort of that my major gripe that, you know, they didn't give us with that Han Solo figure, but I digress on that. So great articulation, you know, in the hinge. In terms of the rest of articulation, obviously you've got the swivel at the head, you've got articulation at the shoulders, articulation at the elbows. I think on all of them, I'm pretty sure it looks like it is just a swivel at the wrist as opposed to the hinge, but I don't really have a massive problem with that, as long as, you know, these ones will work perfectly, in which they do. You've got a swivel at the waist. I said that butterfly hinge, which just is great because you can be able to get these into some fantastic poses. And then you've got articulation at the knees and at the ankles with the rockers. So in terms of the actual accessories that you get with this set, you do get 2 of these blasters. These sort of long-range blasters. I'm just holding the one. Got the other one set up there, just so that you can actually see that. Yeah, and you get the 2 gaffy sticks which you can see that I've got my two men here, or women, whatever they might be, holding the gaffy sticks. And then this chap here comes with this sort of staff. So look, all of these, I'm pretty sure we can have a quick look if you want. I'm sure these robes are removable, certainly on these guys, just to give you a... Let's see if we can get that off. Yeah, that comes off quite nicely. So just sort of giving you, there's some definitely different sort of body sculpting there going on. And that butterfly hinge is such a welcome addition on these figures. I mean, look, they've obviously used a different body part at the bottom for that, but that doesn't make a great deal of difference to me. And okay, you could argue without his his sort of garments on those arms look quite long, but it was just to give you a show of them and actually how they look. So if you've ordered this pack, look, again, this is going to be one probably just exclusively for your loose collectors, unless they could put maybe a couple of these guys in individual card backs, but I'm not convinced that they would do that. But listen, it's just looking at the four figures there, decent articulation, good accessories that come with them, the two gaffy sticks, two rifles, and that sort of staff, and they all look a little bit different. So again, if you are, I suppose the only thing that you would say, if you were army building, if you're going to class this guy on the left, as you look at it as your sort of chieftain or whatever, then you're going to want many of him. But I suppose you'd always sort of turn him round, and the others are all sort of quite generic army builders. But it's this just such a... I love the Tuskens, and I think that was for me why I was so disappointed with the individual VC carded one. Not because of the look, but just the fact that those hands were dodgy. So this is an absolutely welcome addition, and really chuffed to get these. So anyway, that's it. It was just a quick video for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Listen, if you have, then please hit the like button. If you are new to the channel, then please subscribe. There'll be more videos coming shortly. If you've got any questions or any comments at all on the video, then please leave them in the comments section, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. But thank you for watching. Bye.